Good evening, Tompkins family. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our first mini concert and parent meeting for the 2026-27 school year. We'd like to call this informational meeting / informal preview performance our Tompkins Choir Sign and Sing event. Your students will sing a total of 3 songs tonight that we have quickly been working on over the past week of school. They will sing the Tompkins Alma Mater, which is performed at the end of every varsity football game, senior awards, and at the end of graduation. For many of our students, this song will be the first and last official song that they sing as a member of the Tompkins Choir program. Our second song is the opening choral suite to Disney's Frozen, the Broadway musical, which our Tompkins Fine Arts Department will be putting on this upcoming January. And after the campus-wide auditions last week, I can confidently tell you that it is going to be an absolutely spectacular show. Our last song is the most well-known choral benediction that we sing after every concert and annual banquet. Our alumni are always welcome to join us on stage to sing it at the end of every concert. And when we meet another school that shares the same tradition, we love the opportunity to sing it together at various state competitions. We hope that you enjoy the first sounds of the 2026-2027 Falcon Choir, and we hope that you're able to hear and experience the tremendous growth that these amazing kids will achieve throughout the year as we progress from one concert to the next.
Speak with wisdom.
for just a week of school, yeah? This is honestly the best start to any school year that we've ever had, so thank you for sharing your kids with us. At this moment, I'd like to introduce our choirs for the year. We begin our day joyfully with these amazing tenors and basses in our second period JV-TV choir called Forte, which appropriately means strong and loud. So if you're in second period Forte, will you please wave? Yay, Forte! All right. Our next class is our select third period show choir / chamber choir called Sound Effects, which accurately highlights their diverse range of repertoire throughout the year. If you're in Sound Effects, please wave! Our next class is our premier varsity fourth period symphonic mixed choir called chorale, which is the pinnacle type of choir in the classical bel canto vocal style. If you're in chorale, please wave! That's our biggest class of the day. Our next class is our brand new 6th period advanced JV mixed choir called Cantare, which is named after the top vocal ensemble in Houston. We are just one of approximately 10 high schools in the entire state fortunate enough to have enough tenors and basses to form a second symphonic mixed choir. If you are in the Tompkins Choir inaugural class of Cantare, please wave! And we end our day wonderfully with these lovely sopranos and altos in our 7th period JV choir called Bella Voce, which means beautiful voice. If you're in Bella Voce, please wave. Okay, here in Tompkins Choir, we have 2 main rules that we say every single day. So kiddos, what is rule number 1? Work hard. What is rule number 2? Everything that we do falls under the umbrella of those 2 rules. For the full list of rules, you can click on the handbook and enjoy 16 pages of riveting logistics and specifics about our choir program. If you have any questions, please feel to reach out to us on Remind. The one thing I'd like to highlight is our mission statement. Our Tompkins Choir mission statement is to strive for long-lasting memories and lifelong skills by cultivating the uniquely human vocal instrument within a choral community of passionate scholars, creative artists, and hard-working teammates, aiming to consistently better ourselves and our communities through the vehicle of choir. Speaking of passionate and hardworking students, I'd like to invite our amazing choir council to please stand up and make a straight line and maybe curve across the stage. We have a lot of choir council members. These Skittles completed a 7-week-long application process portfolio, including interviews, DASME projects, service projects, extended resumes. It took them 7 weeks from spring break all the way to May, and they turned in some amazing applications, and they have been in charge of the best start to my 17th year of teaching that I've ever had. And so you're going to hear a little bit from them. So I'd like to invite our amazing choir council, while we have a quick word from our student choir council executive board.
Hello. Hello everyone, my name is Jason Coe, and I'm the choir council president for the 26-27 school year. This year, we have the most singers ever in Tompkins Choir history. Can we give a hand for that? Isn't that so exciting? However, a big choir also means a huge amount of chaos to control, right? And I'm glad to say that thanks to our large, well-manned choir council this year, we have already made extensive progress in shaping our choir into a fine diamond. This year, my duty is to oversee the entire choir council program and the choir, but my main focus this year is on our new members, the general members of our choir, and our choir council. I hope to see these kids grow and to express their love and passion for the choir program, and my job is to help them make sure that they find a journey that is in their best interest. I believe that every kid sitting behind me on the stage is a bright spark of light, and our goal is to bring the sparks together to create a shining star that not only represents the choir program as a whole, but also the vocal abilities that we will refine, the energy and fun that these kids will experience, and the bonds that we'll create, and the love that we'll develop for each other. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone! My name is Gleb Nikolaevsky. I am so honored to serve as your 2026 to 2027 Vice President of Public Relations. As Vice President of Public Relations, I oversee the team managing social media, our historians, and our brand new marketing team, which will help us with reaching out to the Katy community about our wonderful events. I'm beyond excited to represent the Tompkins Choir program alongside some of my closest friends. This year has already brought a lot of changes. I am so proud of how everyone has adjusted and embraced them with such positivity. Even though it's only been about 2 weeks or so, our amazing officers have already accomplished so much, and the talent across all of our choirs has never made me any happier. It is clear that the community is more connected than ever, as seen in the huge turnout we had for all states, participation in council, and the hard work of each of the choirs. From such a tremendous start to a new choir season, I strongly believe this year has the potential to be something great. And I feel blessed to contribute, even in the smallest way, to this journey. Thank you all for being a part of it.
Hello everybody, my name is Shannon Torrade, and I am beyond grateful to be the 2026 to 2027 Vice President of Operations for the Tompkins Choir. I take charge of the inner workings of the choir room with branches such as uniforms, facilities, and librarians to help keep the choir room organized and unified. A funny word to describe my job, because the one word I would use to describe our choir is family. So my job I would describe now is allow our choir to make memories ephemeral but lasting. Even before the school year officially started, our choir council members have already worked so diligently setting up the choir room with posters that they painted, volunteered at the Houston Food Bank, and other tasks that are needed to start the choir school year on the right foot. Though the school year has just barely started, I can see great potential in every single one of these choirs. I'm ecstatic to see what will come of this year, but I know it will be one to remember. I know it will be ephemeral.
Good evening, students and parents. My name is Anvita Vemuri, and I'm thrilled to be the 2026 to 2027 Vice President of Logistics. As Vice President of Logistics, I oversee our branches, event coordinators, service events, and social events. At this meeting already, I feel the energy and passion of our choir, and it's truly inspirational how much they care for our program and care for our music, and I can already feel it. This year, it's different from other years, in which our program has grown tremendously, not just in number, but in also talent, grit, and discipline. This year, without question, will be incredible with the memories we build, skills we foster, and leadership we develop, in which our students, my peers, will carry forever. An example of all the qualities I've been describing is seen tonight: talent, discipline, and grit. To sing these songs here tonight after only 2 weeks of school, it's a perfect characterization of these traits. Care, energy, and passion in the music, where you can feel every single student's thoughts. And in the program, where our choir council has already put in so much hard work to make tonight's ice cream social happen. So for that, please give it up for our students and our choir council, who already put so much effort in. Additionally, I haven't mentioned the most important people of tonight, where tonight wouldn't have happened without these people. Please give it up for everyone in the audience.
Now, without your support, our students wouldn't be the incredible people that they are today. As our students are making it down to the main commons to enjoy some nice ice cream, I want to thank you all again for your support, and y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, while the choir is leaving, we're just going to continue on with our meeting. So our next, hopefully the slide will change. Did it change? Oh, 2 far? They were trying to help. Thanks, understand. This. Okay. So the next thing that we want to talk about is the best way to communicate with me and DLC. If you join the Paramount, my name is Mrs. Killingsworth. I go by Miss K. The kids call me Miss K. I take no offense for being married and being called a miss, I promise. I feel like everybody always asks me that. I promise I don't. But the best way for you to get into contact with both me or DLC, one is our email, but also through our Parent Remind. It is OTHSC for choir and PAR for parent. So you can text the number 81010 and type in these at OTHSC pair and join. If you need more instruction, we send out a weekly newsletter, and the instructions are on there as well. It is also on our Kids Canvas page, so if you need them to pull it up for you because you don't have the slideshow, which you can also scan down here in the corner, all the information is on there, but also it is on their Canvas page if you need them to help you. So you can go ahead and scan this little QR code. It's on every single slide in the same spot, so if you lose it for whatever reason, you always have access to it. So please join our Remind, and we will send a lot of information that way. As I mentioned, we do send a weekly newsletter, so every Monday, sometimes Tuesdays if we get behind, you will get a notification on Remind, and both through our hack emails. We send it to you guys that way. We have been having some issue with the hack emails. Ms. Hollis reached out and said that she had received no communication from us, and I was like, I definitely sent an email. So don't rely on that. Join this Remind so you can for sure get all of our information. Okay, this clicker does not like to work. Okay, I'm just gonna click it away. Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Dios. So the next, if you see on the slideshow, any underlined font has a link to it. So if you're on the slideshow with me, you can click on the words choir calendar and it will take you into a PDF of the calendar. It is also the first page of the packet that you guys have, that little pink page. The first side is the fall semester and the second side is the spring semester. So just some information that we want to give you. The bolded dates are our concert days, so those are mandatory for all of our students as they are their test for choir. So we highly advise that if you have any conflicts with these dates, you let us know immediately so we can find alternate assignments for your students. So let's say that your kid is not here today, but you are, and we thank you for being here. Then they have an alternate assignment on Canvas that I will assign to them for being absent for this event. And they will sing their 3 songs that they would have sang here, and then their assignment is good to go, and they'll get 100 just like everybody else. Okay. All right, the next thing that I'm going to talk to you about is Rank 1. Now, Rank 1 is the way that we can take your kids on trips. And not just trips, but also UIL events. So when we go to Solo Ensemble, to UIL, this is how we pull their, what's it called, permission forms to be able to travel with us. Without these forms, we cannot take your kids anywhere. That means region auditions, TMEA auditions, solo and ensemble. We are not legally allowed to take your student with us unless we have this on file. If you're not sure how to do it, our lovely associate at Wood Creek Junior High, Ann Guess, made an amazing video. If you click on the word video that's underlined, Ann will tell you exactly how to find your student on Rank 1. And then if you click on the link underneath Rank 1 login, it will take you to the page where you can either create an account or sign in from an existing account to be able to find your student. I know this is a lot of information and I'm trying to go fast so we don't keep you here forever. If you have any questions about that, please reach out and I will help you as best as I can about this or anything else. Okay? Okay, now we are going to have our amazing TCBC President and TCBC President-elect, Angela Kenton and Shara McKinley, come and say a few things.
Hi everyone! I'm so thankful to see you tonight. I just want to briefly say how grateful I am to our directors who have started this year out strong. I hope your students are coming home with a huge smile on their face talking about their experience in choir, and I know it will get better throughout the year, so I'm just really looking forward forward to doing this with you guys. First of all, thank you for joining Booster Club. I don't know if you knew that, but you are now officially Booster Club members. The way that you become a Booster Club member is by paying your mandatory choir fees. So, welcome to the Booster Club. The Booster Club is an amazing organization because we allow the students to get to have these experiences when the students get to sing really great music at Pop Show and have all kinds of different moments and throughout their year, from opera day to when chorale goes and competes. All of that is supported by your generosity and your dollars. And so thank you for paying that mandatory choir fee, which DLC will cover in just a moment. But I also want to point out one more thing. There is an opportunity, if you would like, to elevate your membership. And we love when you elevate your membership because it allows you all kinds of wonderful bonus things. If you want to find the green page that says elevated memberships. This is in addition to the choir fees that are required. This is if you happen to, you or your family, perhaps you have grandparents who are wanting to donate, or a company, you can elevate your membership. And by elevating your membership, you get these wonderful things like having reserved seating for our concerts. And so you don't have to worry about getting in here quickly, you know you're gonna have a great seat. You get free tickets to several of our ticketed shows, which means that not only are you giving back and it's a non-profit so you can write it off, you are also getting really exciting things in addition. So we would love for you to consider elevating your membership. If you have any questions about that, I'll be here this evening ready to answer. And I am unbelievably grateful because this year I have a senior, so I will not be back next year, probably. I have a freshman too, we're trying to talk her into it, but we'll see. Either way, we're hopeful, we're real hopeful. But either way, I have gotten to be the president of this amazing organization for 3 years, and so that their organization stays fresh and that you get to know new leadership, we do have a president-elect this year, and Shar McKinley is amazing, and we're so grateful for her. So I'm going to let her share a little bit too.
Thank you. So again, let me say welcome to choir. If this is your first year, you are in for such a treat. My daughter is also a senior, and I have a son who is a sophomore. We could not be more blessed with the directors that we have here for Tompkins Choir. So I joined the board this summer as the understudy, if you will, to Angela. And I can just tell you, everyone on this board is here to support your children and our directors. That is our goal. We have 2 places where we could really use help. We have 2 parents who are rolling off at the end of this year. So if you have any capacity to help us as a treasurer or in publicity, we are asking for your help. We would train you this year, you would be an understudy, in hopes that next year you would take that role over fully prepared. So please, if that is something that is in your wheelhouse, that you would enjoy being a part of, we would love to have you. Please come talk to us after or any time in the next few weeks. Oh, sorry, yes, there is a perk. Just like Angela was talking about those elevated memberships. As a board member, you will receive a free elevated membership. So it is definitely worth your while, A, for the joy of it, and also for that elevated membership. So thank you.
And the growth that we have experienced over the past 4 years, this is my name is Christian Bellicruz, by the way, the kids call me DLC. And I'm the head choir director here at Tompkins. This is my 5th year here at Tompkins, my 17th year teaching. I taught for 12 years in San Antonio at Reagan High School. And when Miss Kay and I first inherited this program 4 years ago, there were 79 kids in this program. Now we have over 250. And the booster board used to have 2 booster board members, and then Angela added on mid-year. It was our 3rd one. And now we have this plethora of amazing parents that we meet at least every other month. We'll meet like on a Sunday afternoon. It's one of my favorite things to do because I have to justify it with my wife and my daughter. Like, why am I 2 hours on a Sunday. But the reason that sits well with them is that we have a potluck, and the food that people bring is just so incredible. And so we eat for about an hour, and then we discuss all of the logistics and stuff like that that we can do to make this choir better. And the reason why we have grown so well over the years is because of these amazing parents. So I'm going to read off the Booster Club parents for this year, and I would like them to stand when I say their name, and we'll applaud them all together. So we have our president, Mrs. Angela McClinton, and then we have our president-elect, Shara McKinley, and our treasurer, Fiona Day, and our secretary, Patricia Listy, and our VP of Special Events, Felicia Schubert, and our VP of Fundraising, Adita Ram, and the VP of Hospitality, Nasrim Ahmed, and the VP of Publicity, Derek Alfonso, and then we have General Member Veronica Veal. Can we please give them a huge round of applause? Also, it's a really special day because our VP of Special Events, Mrs. Felicia Schubert, it's her birthday today. So we wanted to test out like where the kids get all their talent from. So we're gonna sing Happy Birthday. What's our pitch? Happy birthday. Okay, are you ready? And go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Felicia. Happy birthday to you. Okay, harmonies, yeah! So I see where they get all of their talent from. All right. What's next? Oh, okay, great. So we have been incredibly fortunate over the last 4 years to not raise our fees. That has been a big debate on many meetings because, as you know, the last 4 years, inflation has been a real thing and everything has gotten more expensive. But we have also done an incredible job raising funds and having sponsors over the last 4 years that we are actually in a financially very good situation. And so, which is not what we inherited 4 years ago because it was right after COVID and it was a big rebuild. So it's been a big uphill battle for us to get to a spot where we are able to provide the opportunities to our students that they deserve in this kind of community. Katy ISD actually supports us pretty well compared to other districts around the state. They give us $5,000 each year, and that's a good amount of money. I mean, I'm happy with that. When you divide that out per, we have like 250 students. When you count the double dipping, which is like a second class that they're in, that's $25 per student, right? But the total costs of everything that we pay for throughout the year, that includes accompanists, music, school buses, air conditioning, security guards, everything that comes out of the budget, right? It's about $225 per kid. And so $25 of that is covered by the district, and then the other $200 we just have to fundraise, or else we don't get to have the types of concerts we have. And so probably some of our biggest expenses are like our accompanists. These are like people that play with us on the piano. This is a pretty typical, every high school across the district, this is how much they're paying. So $200 per concert, $50 an hour per rehearsal. One school day is 5 hours of rehearsal, so that's like $250. 10 rehearsals before a concert. That's just 2 weeks before a concert, right? Like normally we have 9 weeks of rehearsal. We teach the kids without the piano. I can play a little bit. Miss Kay can play. Oh, thanks. But I can't play at the level of a concert pianist for big competitions. So we pay a professional who went to school and got a master's in piano performance. And so that's the average rate. Honestly, we get a pretty good deal on it. It could be way more, but they're close personal friends of ours, so they haven't upped their fees for our school when they've upped their fees for other schools. Sheet music is super expensive, and we have been really, really fortunate to have the opportunity to pilot a new program called Beam, which is a notation software that allows us to digitize music and put it into their Chromebooks. And it's really cool because Miss Kay and I can circle something and immediately it shows up on their music. It saves us so much time. The cost of that software is $1.80 a month per student. But when you have 250 students, that's $5,000 a year. But we get it for free because we piloted it last year. So that's awesome. And I just went back to Austin and reviewed, so Beam 1.0 was last year, Beam 2.0 is this year. And we wrote out, it could do this better, it could do this better. And they were like, if you keep doing this for Beam, it'll be free for your school as long as you're there. So we might have Beam for free, and $5,000 is pretty cheap. It's probably gonna be double that in the next year. So for us to be able to keep that at that cost is amazing, which is one of the reasons why we don't have to increase our cost when our other sister schools around KDISD also have to increase the cost. But we still have to pay for the rights of the sheet music, even though it's digitized. It's a little bit cheaper because we don't have to print the paper, but it's still for all the pieces. So every single one of your students by the end of the year will sing about 12 pieces of normal choral music, and then they will do a masterwork at the end of the year, which is like 7 pieces of music. So total, they're singing around 18 to 19 pieces of music. The last concert of the year, you'll have a 40-piece orchestra. All 250 kids will be on stage, and they will perform Beethoven masterworks this year with orchestra members from the Houston Symphony, the Austin Symphony, and the San Antonio Symphony. So it's really, really cool. And all of that music costs money, so that's at least $12,000 for the things that they're going to do. Even the digitized versions of it. Additional costs, there was one thing that we didn't talk about, are probably one of the biggest costs that we have that people don't understand, are our uniforms. So all of your students are going to receive our uniform rental. So part of these fees cover that rental. It covers the dry cleaning of that rental. It covers at the end of the year, and it also covers the alterations. So we have a seamstress come in. We make sure that the tuxedos are all the way to the right length. The pants are to the right length. The dresses are hemmed. They're tucked in. All of that stuff. So the hemming, all of that is covered by your fees. And this is what people don't get. In some other districts, those uniforms have a 10-year cycle. So after 10 years, they get brand new uniforms for the whole district, paid for by the district. We are not one of those districts. We were given our uniforms when Tompkins opened, and we have those same uniforms today, and we have been keeping them alive by really wonderful parents sewing things together. And so anytime there's major repairs, anytime we have an offensive lineman join choir, we're like, oh, we need a size 62L, great, we don't have one of those in the closet. We have to buy it out of pocket. That doesn't come from the district, that doesn't come from the 5,000, it is just money that needs to appear from somewhere. We don't have uniform replacement. Band gets a brand new uniform to march with every single year, but they also pay like $1,000 to be in band, right? So we have our fees. The ways that we help offset some of those costs: poinsettia sales, textathons. We sell tickets to our pop show, which is sold out. So when we say, hey, pop show tickets are live, please buy your tickets right away because every seat in here gets sold out. Sound Effects show, same thing, and then the Masterworks concert at the end of the year, okay? The free concerts are our holiday concert and our classical concert, the one in December and March. We sell tickets out of necessity, supply and demand, because all the seats get filled up. The beautiful thing is you can buy the tickets and then you can pinpoint exactly what seat you're gonna sit in. So you can show up exactly 5 minutes before the concert and your seat is ready to go for you, okay? So you don't need to show up like, before we sold tickets, people had to show up 3 hours before the concert, like a new iPhone reveal, and like bring camping chairs so that they could get a good seat, right? But now you can just show up 5 minutes before and then get your seat. You buy it online for that. We will have a textathon in October, and there's going to be different levels if we hit that. I will say I'm so pleased. One of our parents that just graduated the student last year is going to match our textathon this year in October. So they are, if we raise $10,000 at the textathon, they will match $10,000 for our program this year, which is wild. They don't even have a kid in this program this year, and they're doing that. So that's incredibly generous of them. So I'm excited about the textathon. The kids are excited about it because if we hit like $50,000 or something, Miss Kay and I have to get matching tattoos, which I'm excited about, but she's like really nervous about. So we also sell tickets to our coffee houses. We have a fall coffee house and a spring coffee house. We do sponsorships with local businesses, and then like Angela was talking about, we do upgraded memberships, and that helps us offset, especially unforeseen costs, like when the computer breaks, or for example, or when the shelf breaks. So for example, these lights are brand new lights. Before they were fire hazards, and for the last 7 years, the auditorium could have burned down at any point. And we wrote those reports, and multiple fire marshals agreed, and they were like, yeah, this could burn down at any moment. We're like, great, life insurance. So, guess how much the replacement of these lights were? Any guesses? $150,000. But guess what? We got them. Yay! Woohoo! That was a joint effort between theater, choir, band, orchestra, dance, because we all use the space. So we all helped to get that, and the district pitched in a little bit, $150,000. But guess what? As soon as they installed them, our projector broke. We have one good one, but that one broke. Guess how much that one cost to replace? $10,000. So there's always unforeseen costs, and so these things help us make sure that in those moments, the $225 just gets us through concerts. It's all that other stuff that we also have to fundraise for. Does that make sense? And I promise, you can put a lie detector test on me right now. There's no way we are going to steal this money. I love my job so much. My wife is a choir director in Jordan. My daughter is in choir now at Adams Junior High. Like, why would I steal, if I stole everything that we possibly have, that would be 2 years of my pay, and I could teach for 30 more. Like, that's so ridiculous. Like, oh yeah. I mean, yeah. So, I promise you that we will never ask for any more than we need, but we do need this amount. And then if you do feel extra generous, or you've been blessed, especially that year, you can do a silver, a gold, a platinum, or a diamond membership, and each one has its own perks. At every level, you could get a week early access. If you're really one of those hardcore parents that want to sit right here, smack dab in the middle, then you would get early access to get those tickets. So by the time the normal public gets the tickets, all of this would already be sold out. So that's some of the perks of having these elevated memberships. And then you get complimentary passes and so on and so forth. And then Angela or any of our booster board members will happily talk to you about this because they're all elevated memberships as well. Yeah. Okay? Yeah.
It works when you're talking. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the choir website. So we have a beautiful choir website that our publicity VP, Mr. Alfonso, has helped curate and make amazing. It has great links. That's where you will pay for your booster club fee, and if you would like elevated membership, anything is through there. Also, that is where you can buy our new, I don't think we have a slide for it, do you see, for merch? But we do have a new merch store. There's just 3 items in there. There's a hoodie. All 3 of these were made by our brand new team, the marketing team. So they created a cute little hoodie. They created a car decal to go on your car, or your water bottle if you don't want to put it on your car. We totally understand. And then a little keychain. It's like a little teddy bear, but he's wearing a Tompkins choir shirt. It's super cute. And the kids came up with all of it, and I was like, usually we don't sell any more merch than the choir t-shirts that they're wearing because people don't buy. And they're like, Miss Kay, I promise, we're going to get so many people to buy this merch. It's going to be so good. And since we made it, it's what kids love. And I was like, okay, I'm going to let you do it. And honestly, I'm very impressed by what they've come up with, and everybody seems really interested. So if somebody comes up to you and says, can you please buy me a choir hoodie? Think of me. I tried to tell them no, but they really want it. So give it to your kid, give it to them. They love it. membership or something like that on there. It's under the parent tab, and that is where you will pay for your booster fee. I think it says booster fee on there as well. And then all the elevated memberships that you saw previously are on there if you would like to add that onto your booster fee. The Booster Club fee is $150, and that's what you will pay on the choir website. And the, excuse me, so sorry. The Pay and Go fee is $50, and that is through Pay and Go through Katy ISD. And that is standard, the $50 is standard for all music programs across the district. The next thing we're going to talk about is cut time. So we have this fancy technology where we can pay online, and you will get a receipt for anything that you paid for. So if you don't receive a receipt, one, you either typed your email wrong, or two, you never fully checked out, so please let us know. And Mr. Alfonso is great, and Ms. Day is great at looking those payments up really quickly, and I just reach out to them, and they pop it to me, and then I pop it to you, and it's amazing. Also, we have this great new website called Cut Time that all parents can join, and this will be sent to you on the next newsletter, a way for you to sign up if you are not already signed up through Cut Time. But we will also push out a message to everybody in this auditorium tomorrow to get you signed up. So if you don't have, I went through and I inputted a bunch of people's emails. So you may be getting an email from us through Cut Time, so be looking for that. That way you can log on and you can track all of the things that your student is paying for. So your Booster Club fee is on there. It is due September 1st. The Pay and Go fee is through the district, so we do not apply that onto Cut Time, but maybe we could, Fiona? Maybe? Well, we'll talk about it. We'll discuss. But the $150 for sure is on there, and then any additional fees that your kid pays for, opera day, the banquet ticket, anything that you give us money for will populate into Cut Time for you to track. That way you know what your money is paying for, and you know how to see it. And if you never receive that email, you can log on to Cut Time a week later and be like, oh yeah, it still says that I owe my choir booster fee. I guess I never fully paid it. And then you can reach out to me or DLC and we'll confirm for you. So that is Cut Time, so be looking for an email from there. Okay, your turn.
Okay, the TVA All-State process is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. It is a 4-round competition, a solo competition that is in the fall, and it is a pretty intense competition. 30,000 kids from across the state of Texas begin this every single year, and only 300 make the All-State choir, so the top 1% in the entire state of Texas. Last year we were fortunate to have 4 All-Staters here at Tompkins, and our one senior All-Stater last year that graduated is now has a pre-med degree, is going through the pre-med track at Trinity University on a